to Go Time here at the Tailgate. What's up, Kim?
I'm ready for the Staffing Sales Summit. It's going to be here before you know it. Having a wonderful Friday. How about you?
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, tell you what, 24 more days. We will be in sunny Florida. Right now, guys, look where I'm at. I'm at the pool 24 days beforehand. Here I am waiting for you guys. So get here. And we got Anna in the house too. Anna, I can't wait to talk about your presentation. It's going to be so exciting. So welcome to the Tailgate family.
Well, it's fantastic to be here. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait for the conference. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for us, not just the Florida weather, but the actual conference itself.
You got it. Well, all right, Kim. So we got an action-packed day. We got so many people coming on the Tailgate till I think 2:30 today. So I'm excited. You're my co-host. Thank you so much for doing this. But Kim, let's just deep dive into your presentation.
Okay. Well, it looks like we've got for Staffing Sales Summit, we've got two topics this year. And, this is year 3 doing the Staffing Sales Summit. And I have to say, this is one of my absolute favorite conferences that's out there at all of staffing, bar none, right? It is exclusively focused on nothing but sales, which is near and dear to my heart. And as we all know, staffing sales right now, it's not the easiest thing to do, right? It's never been easy, but today it's even a little bit more difficult, as we know. So I think that one of the key differentiators of this whole conference is it's not about theory, fluffy pie in the sky and sunshine and puppies and things like that, which are great, but nevertheless, I don't work in staffing. It's taking actionable insights, pieces of things that you can go and apply to your desk tomorrow to actually start moving the needle and kind of change how you do and the results that you're getting in your business. So that's what I like. It's actionable insights, actionable techniques, not just theory. Right? Things you can apply. So having said that, I'll be doing two different areas. So the first one, which is kind of part of what my background was in staffing for many, many years, is how to go out and land enterprise accounts, right? And this is not that small, medium business. These are like these large global or large national type of customers that, points of entry are a little bit harder, a little bit longer to get into. But once you get into them, there's a lot of benefits to it, right? Like for instance, so you're able to penetrate the account, get a lot of volume out of it, whether it just be volume contract work, but also volume permanent placement work. A lot of stable revenue, recurring revenue. They're a little bit more recession proof than say your small, medium business. Large national customers still have to keep the lights on, still have to keep core IT and finance accounting functions going, right? Even when there is an economic downturn, there's still going to be some hiring. So it does help provide a bit of a buffer and a bit of rounding out, in terms of economic downturns, right? They still keep the lights on and help you keep your lights on. So that'll be the first presentation, getting into the large enterprise accounts, what you do, what steps you take, the benefits to us, and then how do you sell to the different buyers in that account, right? Because you're going to have, of course, you're going to have client leadership, you're going to have probably procurement, you're probably going to have an MSP in there. So how do we approach all those? What do we ask? How do we appeal to them and differentiate ourselves, right? Because it's a lot of points of entry and a lot of considerations. So that's number one. And you want to hear about the second presentation? Probably a little bit easier, but equally as important. Number 2?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, number 2, 10 steps to client retention and building client loyalty. Notice I didn't say a 12-step program. We distilled it down into 10 steps.
I love how you said that, 12 steps retention. Give it to me, Kim.
Okay, here's the deal. I feel, and Anna, I don't know if you've seen this as well in staffing, but I feel like in general, staffing companies are reasonably good at acquiring customers. Where they stumble and typically fail and fall down is getting the client share out of these accounts, penetrating them, and getting the loyalty and having the retention to where we can keep them for year after year versus this churn, right? We bring a customer in, sign an MSA, place 5 people, and next thing you know, we're not doing anything with them. This is that churn. It costs 5 to 25 times more per Bain Research to go out and acquire a new customer than it does to get the existing share and existing dollars out of accounts that you already have. So we're talking about a 10-step plan and 10 actions that you can take tomorrow to build that loyalty, gain that first caller loyalty, and keep them on your books for years and get the most out of that account, right? Because in the words of, I'm going to quote our friend Jay Matter, who's probably not even on this, but I like how he said this. If you're not getting every dime, every staffing dime out of that account, then it's possible. whether you've got an MSA in place or not. So that's the goal. Keep the clients, build their loyalty to where you're the first call that they take when they need somebody, and how to get the share and market share out of all of them. So we'll cover 10 steps for that. So those are the 2 plans that we have, and we hope to leave people with, again, actions they can take back the next day to their desk and start to implement.
I love it, Kim. And you know what? We're going to give a shout out to Valentine, my boy here. Stable revenue? You mean like horses, farms, and barns?
I know. That's classic.
Tell me that isn't correct. You know what, Kim? You're so right on that. Is the retention part? I got to tell you, that's something I think our industry's lacking very much. They always want the new deal, but you got all this at home, you know. And why don't you use that revenue and retain
the
it?
new deal's expensive, right? I mean, we always have to. We know this, Anna, right? We have to fill the pipeline, you know, with new prospects, but to constantly chase shiny new balls and shiny new accounts, new logos, it's costly, right? We got to hire people. It could take them a year to get into an account. And we're paying them all along and they don't have profitability at the desk level. It's much easier once you already have that vein of gold and you already have, I guess, a proven track record is what I'm trying to say within an account. We should be building on that track record, those testimonials, and expanding department by department, area by area, geography by geography, because quite honestly, it's easier than going out and getting a new account.
Hell yeah. Kim, well said, my girl. All right, Anna. So welcome to the Staffing Sales Summit. I'm so excited for you being there. Wait till you see this, Anna. This is something when you walk away from this and we do the wrap up in a week after it's all over, you're going to say, wow, this is one of them conferences you're going to say. And I know you've been to a bunch of them over your careers because you've only been in the industry for what? You said 5 years? I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I just
how many years, Anna? Give me the scoop. How many years?
25 plus.
25 years. Good for you. And Kim, how many years for you?
Well, since 1994. So what is that? That's like what? Like going on 32 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Anna, I'm going to ask you at the final close of the conference, okay? Out of all the conferences that you go to, I'm going to ask you if Staffing Sales Summit's your favorite. Because if it's not your favorite, it's going to be one of your favorites, I bet.
Oh, I agree. Listen, I've been so excited to get on the stage with Sales Summit for literally the last 3 years. And it just never worked out the first couple of years and get to the conference. But this year, I was so excited when I had the conversation with Dan and be able to be part of not only get to go to the conference, but get to be a speaker list.
So there, Anna?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we're breaking up a little bit here. I don't know what microphone we got here. Something's breaking up a little bit here, but we're going to keep rolling here because we're always live and we're having fun. So, Anna, give us a little tidbit and a teaser of your presentation.
Sure. You know what? Before I start my presentation, I wanted to make a comment on talking about client loyalty. And I have to say, that's one of the biggest topics that I focus on with salespeople is land and expand versus focusing on new logos. And a lot of times the new logos, I think the company is to blame because you're constantly hunting for the new. And I agree with Richard, your comment on being able to make sure that you focus on what's at home.
100%. Okay, so what is your presentation about? Because I'm excited for this, Anna. I've never seen you speak in person. And 25 years later, here I am. I'm waiting for it. Right, Kim?
That's fantastic. So I am going to be doing a topic that's called AI in Action. And what it is, it's in regards to working with salespeople and sales leaders and being able to determine how do you really adapt and adopt to AI, right, within an organization. It can be an incredibly valuable tool, and a lot of times it's misused. And I think the one valuable lesson that I'd like to share with the audience is the fact is you learn from like the Gen Zers that use AI because they are,
Anna, time out. Say it again for everybody. Learn from the Gen Zs. Can you say that? Because everybody downs the Gen Zs. Please, I'm the biggest cheerleader for them. Say it one more time.
You learn from the Gen Zers. And the reason why you learn is because their adaption and adoption rate is really faster than any other generation. So I'm going to give a few examples in regards to how they're applying it and how it works. And some of the things that I want to talk about is like a clear understanding of how AI drives real value across the whole sales cycle, right? So I'm going to go through the inside of like the human element. And a lot of times people think that AI is going to replace the human element, but it's quite the opposite. It's an aid, it's a tool. I'm also going to talk a little bit about how you have the right guardrails in place so that you don't have AI like doing so much work for you that you're not vetting it out, and then you can wind up with some AI hallucinations and therefore impacting your interaction. But that's basically it in a nutshell. I'm going to go through real live examples. I want the audience to take away practical guides on how to be able to do it, apply it, and have it on a daily basis.
You said it right. I got to tell you, Kim, AI is not going to leave us. It's here. But the thing is, in our industry, I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody's even scraping the surface on this. You know, you study all these other AI gurus on YouTube and that stuff. There's so much you can do with this. I got to tell you both. It's here for sourcing, of course, but it's also the hook. But at the end of the day, we got to get up and open our mouth too. The human connection's there at the end. So AI can help you in the beginning, but at the end, you still got to have that human person talking to you.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it can help you at the beginning. It can help you in the middle to try to problem solve certain different situations that you have with the client and how you can objectively get through it. And then at the end, it can arm you with whatever information you need, but ultimately you're the one that's closing. It's the human. I equate it almost to the analogy of the Iron Man suit. So think about it.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it. The Iron Man suit, super teched out, but at the end of the day, Robert Downey Jr. is the one who's actually making a decision on what direction to go, how to take care of things, and sometimes goes against whatever the tech is telling him. So that's the human part.
Yes, and we all know this. AI, whatever you feed it is what's coming out at the end. You know, we always blame AI, but we're feeding it all kind of information about ourselves and whatever we want. So I got to tell you, AI is here to stay, like I said. And you know what? Even ChatGPT, I'm going to tell you, who does a Google search anymore? You might as well just do it on ChatGPT. I mean, seriously, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I know. I have it downloaded on my phone.
Look at you, Anna, rocket. Go ahead, Kim.
So I would say, Anna, I'm front and center listening to this presentation because I think all of us out there are, at least I am, I'm looking for someone to distill it down and to help me, give me like a helpful roadmap, right? Of all the things that, you know, I should be using it for and could be using it for, because I can bet you there's things out there that I'm not using it for that I should, right? So I'm looking for that roadmap and that, you know, that how-to of each piece of it that's going to, you know, take the staffing transaction really from transactional really to more relationship driven, which basically, yeah, it's what you're saying this will help us do. And I need that playbook, right? So, and I think it sounds like that's exactly like what you're giving it to us, cutting through like all the noise, right? Because there's so much noise about it, and giving us a playbook saying, hey, here are the things that you can be doing. Here's what you should be doing, right? To kind of go and get that competitive advantage over some of the other staffing firms that are out there. So I'm all over it. I'm glad.
I can't wait, Anna. It's going to be so good.
Kim, you hit the nail on the head. And that's the whole purpose of the session, is to be able to have the audience walk away with specific, you know, techniques, specific examples, and specific approaches on how they need to incorporate it within their day-to-day operation.
Awesome.
That's you summed it up, girls. And I got to tell you one thing, video and your post, AI does magic with it. You know what's going on viral this week with the character stuff. I mean, everything you can do, you know, you can make us any kind of superhero you want. Guess what? People engage with that. They start talking to you. Sure. It's all about the hook, because you only have what? It went down from 7 seconds, guys, to I think like 3 seconds now when they scroll to stop on your stuff. So, I mean, to get people and that attention and to get them engaged with you, you only got a couple seconds now for showtime.
Oh my God. It's like, imagine if you're ever on TikTok. If a TikTok is taking too long, I immediately was like, no, this is taking too long. Like you quickly swipe up, because you don't want to have to like listen to the, you know, the 10-second, you know, version of the whatever they're posting about.
All right, girls, we're going to get out of here because you know what? It's very hot here in Florida right now. You know, I got the suntan lotion on, Kim. I'm waiting for you guys 24 more days. I'm by the pool right now, waiting for the mixer, waiting for all you guys to speak. I got to ask you one more question, Anna. So when Dan called you and said you got the speaking gig, what was going through your mind? I want to hear this.
Oh my goodness. I think I actually did a happy dance when Dan called me, because you know what? There's so much hype around this conference, and it's not just hype. I know so many people that have gone in the past, and there's so much value. And you know, my passion is salespeople, and the fact that you can have an audience that's interactive, it trains in the right way where it's in manageable nuggets that the salespeople can quickly incorporate into what they're doing. So when Dan called me and the fact that I could be part of it, I was elated. It was the best thing ever.
I love it. All right, before we go, we're going to give a QR code right here, right here. Here it is. Bam. Scan that. We have 20 tickets left. A big shout out to the sponsors, of course. You know, buy your ticket. There are only 20 left. You got to hear Anna on the stage. I mean, 25 years of experience here and knowledge going into this AI platform that she's going to talk about. I can't wait, Kim.
Staffing. And I feel like every year when I go, you know, after I sit down from you know, giving a presentation, I listen to other presentations. I'm like, wow, okay, I didn't think of it that way, or oh, I don't do that, or oh, I should do that. I can incorporate that. So I don't think anyone, whether you've been in staffing for 3 weeks or 33 years, you will learn something. You will learn many things that you can take back, hands down.
Woo! All right, Anna. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on the Tailgate. I can't wait to see you in 24 days. And my co-host, Kim, we'll be back at 1 o'clock with some amazing guests. We got next up on the list, we have, let me see, Robert Reed and Tom Erb. Look out. Coming to the stage and Tailgate with us at 1 o'clock. See you guys soon.
Bye, Anna. Bye, Sharp. Thanks, guys.